My name is Lena. I am 27 years old. I live in a small, quiet town where time moves slowly and nothing ever seems to change. The streets are narrow, the buildings are old, and every day looks almost the same as the one before it. My house is simple. It has one bedroom, one kitchen, and a small balcony that overlooks the street below. There is nothing special about it. No bright colors, no decorations that tell a story, just a quiet space that holds my quiet life. I live alone. My life is very quiet, not peaceful, not comforting, just quiet. Before moving forward, please subscribe our Pro English Stories channel for more interesting stories like this. And also tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Every morning, I wake up at exactly 7. Not because I have to, but because my body has learned to follow this routine. Even on days when I want to sleep longer, I cannot. My eyes open, and the silence is already there, waiting for me. I sit up slowly. I look around the room. The same walls, the same ceiling, the same stillness. I walk into the kitchen. I boil water. I make tea. The sound of boiling water fills the space for a few moments and then fades away. I pour the tea into my favorite cup. It is a simple white cup with a small crack on the side. I do not know why I still use it. Maybe because it reminds me that even broken things can still hold something warm. I sit near the window. I hold the cup in my hands, and I watch the street outside. People walk fast. Cars move quickly. Everyone looks busy. Everyone looks like they have somewhere to go. Someone waiting for them. A reason to hurry. But I don't. I just sit there, watching life move without me. Sometimes, I wonder what it feels like to wake up with a purpose, to feel needed, to feel important in someone's life, to know that someone is thinking about you, waiting for you, missing you. I try to imagine it, but it always feels far away, like a dream that belongs to someone else. I work from home. I write simple content for websites, words that people read for a few seconds and then forget. I sit at my laptop all day. I type sentences. I check emails. I send files. The screen becomes my world. The keyboard becomes my voice. Sometimes I stop typing. Sometimes I just stare at the blinking cursor. It feels like it is waiting for something real, something meaningful, something that comes from the heart. But nothing comes. So I continue working. At 5, I close my laptop. And then, everything becomes silent again. The kind of silence that feels heavy. The kind that reminds you that you are alone. I go to the kitchen. I prepare dinner, rice, vegetables, sometimes soup, simple meals, easy to make, easy to eat. I sit at the table. I eat slowly. Across from me, there is an empty chair. I look at it sometimes, longer than I should, as if someone might sit there one day. As if one day, I will not be alone, but no one comes. After dinner, I go to the balcony. I sit quietly. The air is cooler there. The world feels a little bigger. I look at the sky. Sometimes I see stars. Sometimes only darkness. And sometimes I see myself, not in a mirror, but in my thoughts. Lost, confused, searching for something I cannot name. I always feel something missing. Not something I can touch, but something I can feel. A space inside me that nothing seems to fill. I don't have a boyfriend. I never had one, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't know how. I am shy. I don't talk much. I don't go to parties. I don't like crowds. I don't know how to start conversations. And maybe I was afraid of being seen. Afraid that if someone truly understood me, they might not stay. My parents live in another city. They call me every Sunday. Their voices are warm, familiar, comforting. But even those calls feel short, incomplete, like something important is missing between the words. They always ask the same question. Lena, when will you get married? I always smile. I say, soon. But inside, I do not know the answer. I want love. I really do. I want someone to sit with me. someone to drink tea with me in the morning, someone to talk to at night, someone who understands silence. But love never came to me, or maybe I never went to find it. Days passed, weeks passed, everything stayed the same, until one day, something changed. It was a rainy afternoon. The sky was gray. The air felt cold. I had no work that day. My internet was not working, and the silence felt heavier than usual. I felt restless, like I needed to escape my own thoughts. So I decided to go out. There is a small bookstore near my house. I had seen it many times before, but I had never entered. That day, I walked toward it, slowly, carefully. Each step felt different, like I was walking toward something unknown. I held my umbrella tightly. The rain fell softly around me. When I reached the bookstore, I paused for a moment. Then I opened the door. The shop was warm inside. It smelled like paper and coffee. Soft music was playing, and suddenly, I felt calm. I walked between the shelves. So many books, so many stories, so many lives I could step into. I touched the covers gently, as if they were fragile, and then I saw him. He was standing near the counter, reading a book, calm, still, peaceful. The shop owner looked at me and smiled. "Lena," he said, "this is Daniel. He works here." Daniel looked at me. He smiled softly. "Hello," he said. "Hello," I replied. My voice felt small. I picked a book quickly, just to have something in my hands. "Good choice," he said. "It's my first time here," I said. "Then welcome," he replied. His smile was gentle. Not too big, not fake, just real. I paid for the book, and I left. But something stayed with me. His voice, his calm presence. The next day, I went again. I told myself I needed another book, but deep inside, I knew the truth. I wanted to see him again. He was there. "Hello again," he said, and this time, I smiled a little more. We talked, just a little, but it felt easy, natural. Days turned into weeks. The bookstore became part of my life, a place I looked forward to. Daniel would sometimes make tea. We would sit together. We would talk about small things, weather, books, life. But even the smallest conversations felt meaningful. One day, he asked, "Do you ever feel lonely?" I looked at him, and for the first time, I did not hide. "Yes," I said. He nodded. "Me too," he said. And in that moment, something connected between us. Two quiet people, two lonely lives, understanding each other without too many words. One evening, it rained heavily. I stayed in the bookstore. "Wait until the rain stops," Daniel said. So I stayed. The shop owner left. It was just us. The lights were soft. Rain touched the windows. Daniel made tea. We sat together. The silence felt different, not empty, not heavy, but peaceful. Then he asked, "Why don't you talk much to people?" I hesitated. Then I answered, "I am afraid. Afraid people will not understand me." He looked at me gently. "I understand you," he said. Those words stayed with me. They echoed in my mind for days. After that, my feelings began to change. I thought about him often, but I was afraid. So I stayed silent. One day, I did not go to the bookstore. I stayed home, but the silence felt worse than ever. That evening, there was a knock on my door. I opened it. Daniel was standing there. "You didn't come today," he said. I was worried. My heart started beating fast. "Can I come in?" he asked. I nodded. We sat together. Then he said, "Lena, I need to tell you something." My hands felt cold. My heart raced. "I like you," he said. Everything became still, but this silence felt full. I felt tears in my eyes. "I like you too," I whispered. After that day, everything changed. We spent time together. We walked. We talked. We shared silence, but it was no longer empty. It was warm, comforting. I started changing. I smiled more. I spoke more. I felt alive. 1 year passed. My life became different. One evening, he gave me a small box. Inside was a ring. "Will you marry me?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Today." I sit on the same balcony. But I am not alone anymore. Daniel sits beside me. We drink tea together. We talk. And sometimes we just sit quietly. But now, the silence feels beautiful. And this is what I learned. Love does not always come loudly. Sometimes, it comes quietly, like a soft voice in a small bookstore on a rainy afternoon. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe to our Pro English Stories YouTube channel for more interesting stories like this.